Hi everyone, welcome to this new episode of Sweetkittycrafts. It's the sixth one already. Well, welcome and thank you for joining me. Today is the 27th of October 2016 and it's fall, It's dark outside, the leaves are falling, that's what it's supposed to be, right? Molly is already joining me. So, this is a podcast about knitting, spinning and all other fiber related crafts. Sorry about that. That was a real big eye of my Molly. Oh, come eens even meid. Come girl. This is why it's called Sweet Kitty Crafts. The kitties are taking over. So for everyone who's new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Yolanda and I live in the Netherlands. I'm married, I've got 2 teenage sons, 3 kitties and a dog, so we've got a house full. And of course all the fiber and fluff. I've got some finished objects. I'm a bit early this time. I've always podcast about once every 14 days or so. But the last podcast was a bit long, I thought. And I just didn't want to wait to talk to you. The setting is a little bit different. I bought a new camera. For anyone who's interested, it is the Logitech C920. It's a stereo, it's out of focus, so I can show you some things close up. It's widescreen, so we've got a little bit more on the sides. So this is the first real recording I do with it. I did take some tests. I discovered the microphone is real sensitive, so all the crackling will be terribly loud for you. So I'll try to keep that to a minimum. I've got some lovely yarns for you. You can look at a little bit of fall setting, finished objects, some yarn dyeing, of course. More finished objects. Just let's get started. I finished the cladonia shawl. It's this one. It's been in hibernation for who knows how long, and I don't know why, because it was a real quick knit. After I restarted the thing, it was done in just not even a week. I think it was a few days. So the cladonia shawl is made out of 2 colors. One of it was a gradient, which is the grey blue one. And the other one was a cotton acrylic blend, and that's for the border of the shawl. So it's a nice size. It's not extremely big, or I can put it on for you. So it's a pattern from Kristen Kapur, and she's on Ravelry. You can buy the pattern there. The etching is, I think, very nice, and doesn't look too good, but you get the idea. It's a nice size shawl, and I love it. It's real soft. They're both yarns from Ice Yarns. You can find them on yarnshopping.com. And one is a little bit a mohair blend, which gives it a little bit of fuzz. And the other one is the acrylic and cotton blend. I love it. I love the colors. I love how it turns out. It's a very nice shawl. Now, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. The next finished objects are a pair of socks, and my son was real happy I did a podcast today because he already saw them and he wanted to wear them. Of course, I do want to wear them when I finish socks. So these are my hand-dyed sock yarn socks. Yeah, the autofocus is working, you can see it. So just plain vanilla socks. These were made with the afterthought heel, which looks okay, but I'm just not a real fan of it. It's with a Kitchener stitch at the end. It turned out good. I don't think there's something wrong with it, but well, I just start with the toe up, and when I'm done, I want to be done, and I don't want to do any heels or anything like that. But yeah, they're really nice kind of socks, and they're nice and thin. He can wear them in his shoes. So we've got all big feet, so a lot of knitting for me. Another almost finished object. I casted it off, so it is the mystery knit along from the taboo from Boo Knits. So if you don't want to see it because you're working on it, you gotta look away for a little bit. I haven't blocked it yet. I have blocked a little portion of it to show it on the podcast in the Dutch version, to show how it's turning out, because a lot of it isn't blocked. As you can see, just the camera went out. It's not blocked, and I'm going to show you a little portion that is blocked, and you can really see the difference. Mal, don't go to the candles. You don't. You're gonna burn her whiskers. Won't be the first time. It's a good size shawl. I think I used 100 grams and I think 2 meters of the next ball. That was pretty sad actually, but yeah, it's from Irish Yarns and you always buy them in a package of 400 grams, so I had 8 balls. Well, wasn't a problem. This portion is blocked, so you can really see the difference. There are beads in there. I'm gonna see if this camera picks them up. I'm not sure. I can't see. Yeah, there. The little silver beads. If I could stop shaking, you probably could see it. But yeah, sorry for the dog. He's just being a dog. So yeah, very nice shawl. It's very big, and this is the portion that is blocked, which the lace is nice and open. And this side, yeah, it's not. So I will show you next time how it's turned out, and it's a big size actually for only the yardage I used. So look at this. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be real nice for Christmas. Christmas is not going to be that much fun for me this year because I got to go to the hospital on the 8th and the 22nd of Christmas. I've got to go for my IV. It's every 8 months, and there are 2 days I got to stay there. And yeah, I'm going to be real tired after that when I get home, and my immune will be down for about 6 weeks. So I got to make sure I don't get any infections. So I'm going to be really sick. But it helps my arthritis. It's been quiet for about 3 years now, and that's since a very long time. So I'm quite happy about that. But it is, yeah, it's a huge thing every time again, I think. And it's you get the stuff you get through the IV is something your body's gonna reject. So you get stuff against that. So there won't be any terrible reaction, and that is the stuff that makes you real tired, and it feels you probably like you're stoned. I don't know how it's like to be stoned, but you kind of feel like you're floating above the ground a feet or two, and I just don't like it. I just like to be me, and yeah, I'm really off this world for a few days. I think more than a few days, but it gets better after a few days. So Christmas will be sleeping for me probably. No family members coming over. That's real sad because my mom is coming every year, and yeah, she feels lonely since my dad died, so I'm really sorry for her, but just the way it is. Gonna make presents anyway. My plan is to knit love socks for everybody because nobody had any of my socks, and I'm so enjoying homemade socks, and they probably will too, because I know my father-in-law is always cold. He's got cold feet, so I really want to give him some of my the woolen socks. Yeah, just not the things. If you buy them in the store, they're just not the same. And these are so nice and warm and squishy, and I think he will really appreciate it. So that's about Christmas. A bit early, but it's coming soon. So those are the finished and almost finished objects. I'm happy with all of them. So let's go on to the socks. I've got a lot of socks, so if you don't like socks, I'm really sorry. But I've been casting on socks like a maniac. And it's a good thing probably that I don't have any more needles the right size, or I would have cast on any more. So I'm taking one of them as a priority because they are the furthest on, so they will be finished soon, and I've got new needles I can use, free needles for the next pair. It's gonna be for my my father-in-law. Sorry. These are the socks. Last time I was on this marker here, and the heels are done. This is the German short row heel. Okay, I love this one. It turned out nice, I think. No major holes. Yeah. So yeah, good. I'm working on the legs now, 2 at a time, of course. I'm making the legs as long as my foot is. So I'll fold them over at the heel. And I can see there's a little bit of knitting going on still. But I like them a little bit long. I don't like the short socks because I'm always sitting when I'm outside on my scooter. And your pants will go up a little bit when you sit. So the wind is gonna blow in there, and I want my socks to cover my legs a little bit more. So this is the yarn from Sandra from Craftfulness. She lives in the Netherlands. She has her own podcast. I've tried them on and they're really nice. I'm always using 60 stitches for me because I've got small feet and they're always baggy for me. So 60 stitches is more than enough. I always think when I'm making them, they're gonna be real tight, but they're not tight at all. 60 is good for me. 64 I'm gonna do for my son because he's got wider feet. So this is in a lovely bag from Yibiru Suits. Lovely Etsy shop. Lovely bags. Really enjoying it. And just by picking the bag I already know what's in there. And that's very nice if you want to knit on a certain project. So another lovely bag is from this boy. He is in Scotland and that is Feeling Sheepish, and I think it's so cute, so cute. I love it. It's a real big size bag. I had my taboo knit shawl in it and it fits perfectly. So here are another socks I'm working on. I started these on double pointed needles, and just because I wanted to try it, and I think it's a disaster because I always get laddering, and yesterday evening I was just working on the second sock and I put them on double pointed needles, both of them, and I'll show you the laddering because yeah, it's a pity, but it's there. But I'm gonna take this one as the bottom of the foot. Focus. And you won't see it, and probably when you block it, it will be better. Yeah. So yeah, I just don't like that, and I can understand why it's not a problem with the circular needles, because the cable is thinner than the needle, and I always pull the first stitch a little bit more tighter. And it gets real tight because the cable is thinner, and with the wooden double pointed needles, the needles is the same thickness every part of the needle, so you can pull as tight as you want, but it's not gonna get tight enough for me anyway. This is my hand dyed sock yarn. It is the cotton merino silk base, and it is so soft, and I'm really curious how it holds up on your foot and in the wash. The striping effect I'm going to show you because that might be interesting, how things turn out when you knit them up. The skein looked like a little bit of this, you know. There are a lot of colors in there. all small portion of colors. And then when you're gonna knit it up, it's gonna look a little bit like this. So it's not really striping, but because of there are a lot of longer sections in there, it gives a little bit of striping effect. And how gorgeous would it be for a little baby sweater? It would be great, I think. It's lovely. I love it. Little stitch markers I made, progress keepers. I bought a whole bunch of kitty cats. I'll show you that. And they're gonna be on sale in my shop. Got a little pause a little bit because the phone is ringing. Okay, well, I was showing you the stitch markers while I got interrupted by the phone. That's not a problem. So I've got some to show you here. They're all kitty cats. I made a few sets of them. And there, oh, I can focus now. Guess not. Sorry. Well, at least there are 4 kitty cats there. And I made one with a little lobster claw. So, yeah. There will be a set of 5. I think that's a nice amount for any project. There are a few different sets. They're not all alike, but this is a lovely one too. See? It's got a little lobster claw. So that's pretty handy. Yeah, while I was up answering the phone, Molly took over my chair. So she's joining us now. Yeah, I've got 5 more chairs. That's not a problem. She can take my chair. So the socks, yeah, going on. They were in the feeling sheepish bag, so I'm gonna put this one away now. I wanted to show you something else and I just left it over there, so sorry. Gonna get up and pick it up. Sorry. Just a very handy tool, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Another little bag I made is this one, and it's the bottom fabric I made on my knitting machine. This is real knitted fabric. Pretty cute, isn't it? And then there's a blue fabric on top. And it just lines with light fabric inside. I've got a little sweetkittycrafts logo. See, I'm gonna sew it on my bag. So I think it's pretty nice. I finished my hand spun yarn, which was the Chariot hand wash. See, high twist yarn. For socks for my son. So this is how they turned out. Yeah, I was too lazy to wash the yarn first, and that's really stupid because it relaxes and it's real easy to knit when you wash it first. But yeah, sometimes you just want to start right away. So you see a little bit of sideways pulling of the stitches. But that will relax when I wash and block the socks. So here they are, hand spun. Yeah, I think they turn out okay. See? And the other side, it's just random patterning, not the same. Just nice blue socks. Not extremely soft, but superwash, and that is important because the socks tend to felt in the shoes when you've got a little bit of sweaty feet. So these are on my Knit Pro Symphony, I think it is. They are those lovely colored needles, and they're I think about €6, and they knit good. I love the cable. The connection is very smooth, so they're holding up real good for wooden needles. I don't normally like wooden needles, but these are very smooth. They're probably coated, and I really love knitting on them. So if you're looking for a more cheaper size needle, the Knit Pro Symphony is very good, and it's wooden. So if you like wooden, you're in luck also. Okay, another one of my bags. And more socks. So this is also a sample of some sock yarn that is a real multicolored, like this one. I'll show you now. This is also one of my hand dyes, and this is on my merino silk base, which is really shiny. The colors are really very vibrant when you dye on silk, so that's always nice to see. And this is the way that kind of dyeing technique knits up. I really love it. This is my Fall Storm colorway. I think I showed it you last time. See, there's all kinds of little parts of color. And look at this little gorgeous stitch marker. I love it. It's a little sheep with little stones in there, and it's just so adorable. I made a few lovely kits for the holidays, and I'm going to show you two of them in a minute. And they all contain a project bag, a skein of yarn, and something extra. And all the skeins got one of those little sheeps attached. So these are on the Addy sock rockets, and I can say to you, they are absolutely very smooth and very fast in knitting. You can see the needles go in and out like a breeze, and it is really fast knitting. And think about it, they are about €5 over here, so you can almost buy two of them in comparison to the Gu or the how can I think? The higher sharps. The cable's just the same like all the others. They're all having their own, a mind of their own, going the way they want to. So another pair of toe-up socks. These are going to be for me 60 stitches. Toe up, going to be a German short row heel. I figured out because you got a heel to knit a heel separate, even when you're working on 2 at a time socks, I'm going to do the heel on double pointed needles, and that works absolutely fantastic. So this is the yarn. It's the Wildcat Star sock base. It's got the stellina in there. Yep, it helps when you put a finger on there to focus. So this is very nice. It's the Fall Storm. There are still 2 skeins of there in my shop if you're interested. And while we're talking about my shop, if you're interested, there is a coupon code for my podcast viewers, and the code is SweetKitty. It's all in capital letters. And it will give you a 10% off of anything you buy in my shop. So that might be nice. Another sock. And that's another way, an example I want to show you of how the yarn knits up when you buy something in a skein. Because it might be a bit of a surprise for some of you. This is a semi self-striping yarn. I showed you a couple of podcasts ago. I dyed a skein of yarn. It was half purple. The other half was speckled or whatever. And this is how it knits up. it gets a striping effect. So I'm going to show you a skein of that same example. And this is another yarn because it's merino silk again. But one strand is blue and the other strand is green. So if you see a skein like this, see? It's twisted, but one is green and the other one is blue. You can expect to get a little bit of striping. See? So that's how it's going to knit up when you see a skein like this. Half-half. Okay. Adi Turbo Sock Rockets. The 100 centimeter was out of stock, so I bought 2 of the 60 centimeters. So this is working exactly the same. You just don't have the magic loop, you just have 2 needles. So, okay. We've got that. I think there's only one bag left. And that's the last shawl I'm working on. And that is the shawl from Lily Go, which is the Butterfly Dreamcatcher. I just got an update today for another clue. I thought it was the last one, but it looks like it's not. You start with the bottom, you go up to a certain point, and then it's going to be short rows, so it goes a little bit faster. There's still a whole bunch of stitches on the needle. So I'm going to show you. This is how it looks like so far. It is textured stitches, as you can see. And there are beads showing up good, isn't it? And it's purple. I love purple. And it's made of 100% alpaca. It's the Drops alpaca. I'm going to show it in a minute. And she is really accurate in telling you how many yarn you are going to use and how many percentage you are supposed to have left over after every clue. And I found out I did not have enough yarn. It's probably been my own fault because I didn't read it right. I thought I had 4 balls, 200 grams. I thought it might be enough, but it's not. It might be the gauge I have. On shawls I don't check my gauge. Probably should, but so I was looking online and I saw the same yarn still sold by Drops and the same color. Maybe the colorway is not exactly the same, but I ordered 2 balls. I might vary a little bit between them. And well, I thought it's more important so I can finish the shawl. Then the colors might be not exactly the same, but trying to mix it up a little bit. So this is what it is. Drops alpaca mix, 100% alpaca. And this is color 4434. It was still the same, so I can finish it without any worries now. And you can always mix those up with toe and heels for socks if you've got some left over, so no problem. Going on to the shop, I just wanted to show you some newly dyed yarns, and I really love this one. I wanted to show you this. This is green, and I don't have a name yet. Green and pink, and I dabbed a little bit of color on there to make it look like there are some kind of flowers in there. It takes a little bit to focus. You see? So it really reminds me of the spring flowers, you know, in the green. And there's more of that, see, that sparkling. I really dabbed it on there. Just, it was above the water, that part. And yeah, just for some little bit of variation. And I love how it turns out. How it turned out, I should say. So there's a lot of the bare yarn left. For the light effect, and yeah, I love it. Here's another one. This one is on my Wildcat base, which is just a very sturdy sock base. And you can see it's actually the same colors. And there's also the speckling. I'll show you a part where it's real visible, because this skein is still open. You see? I thought it was real nice. Nice colors. Might be a more for spring, but I don't care. I can knit anything in any time of year. I'm not really particular about that. I know there are a lot of people who love the more jewel tones. So this is a purple, teal and blue. Yeah, and I really love this one too. It's not completely dry yet. I'm not going to show you all because it's going to take forever, and I don't want to make this take forever, but you can see. I don't know if it really shows up the true colors. I will see when I edit this. But yeah, I think it's lovely. And I would really enjoy knitting this. I've only got one of each. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna put it up in the shop. Gonna maybe make more of these. And yeah, I don't have special times for shop updates. I just got a whole pile of stuff I still got to take photos of. I maybe have 20 or more shawls that are all finished for over a year, and I still didn't put them up. I just want to make lovely pictures, and I just haven't figured out how to make them look as gorgeous as they are. So, okay, this is how it's scaled up. So I think it's lovely. So going on to the last bit of this podcast, because I think I've talked too long already. The little sets I'm gonna put up, I hope this week. I hope before November, but I can't guarantee anything. But it would be very nice if anyone could buy it for Christmas for himself or for his present. I've got a whole bag of bamboo needles I'm never gonna use. So if I've got any that fits the size of the yarn, you're gonna get one for free with the package. This package is gonna contain this bag of a lovely Dutch print, and then a matching lovely skein of yarn, and this is 100% merino, but it will depend on every set. And I've got these needles you will get for free, and of course this stitch marker is also part of this package, and it's the little sheep again. I think it's backwards. Yeah, see, it's lovely. And I will try to add some nice stuff like tea or extra stitch markers. Of just gonna make a nice package. Not every package will be the same price because of the different qualities of yarns. I've got one with the bamboo and more other stuff, so that will be more expensive probably. This one is also a very nice package. I do order sometimes knitting needles. I got confused. I got two the same or the wrong size, or yeah, they got the drop down menu, and I'm working on the tablet, and then it just shifts and you get the wrong thing. Well, I'm not going to complain because it's my own fault, but I'm going to give them to you. This is the Knit Pro Sing, the 2mm with a nice skein of yarn, and I've got a real nice notebook that matches this. So this is going to be a very cute set too. I will keep it the price as fair as possible. So this is the merino cotton silk, which is really comfortable in your hands, probably on your feet or a shawl or whatever. There are matching skeins in the shop, so that would be good too. I've got lots of spinning done. They're all waiting to be skeined up, washed and dried. Don't think I've got it here. No, this is just lovely yarns you already seen in the background. There's all stuff that should be photographed and go into the shop. So lots of work done. Molly is still sleeping. She was locked in the toilet last night. My husband closed the door. She was in there probably. So I heard her scream last night, but she's always screaming because she's going to play her game with a little round thing, and she's gonna throw it on the stairs and climb, and so the screaming was normal. I just heard her scream again at about 2:30 in the morning, and then I called her name and she didn't come, so I was worried, and I go have a look, and she was locked in the toilet. So that was a pretty rough night for her, alone in the dark in the cold. So when I freed her, she was real happy, and we had a nice cuddle. She cuddled till we woke up this morning, so I think she had a little bit more sleeping to do. Yeah, the other kitty cats didn't mind because they had a bed for their own, and she's always the boss, so she decides who sleeps where, and this time she wasn't there, so they all took advantage of that. That's just how the cat world works. Yeah, that's just cute. Alright, well, I hope I didn't take you too long this time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I hope you like watching me. There is a YouTube, there's a Ravelry group you can join. There was a lovely person who joined me from Australia. She was Kristen, I think. So very much welcome to you. I've already chatted with you sometimes. We exchanged messages through YouTube, so if you want to introduce yourself, it would be fantastic. It's so nice to read anything that you do, how you started knitting, who learned you, what's your favorite things, what's your favorite color, all that kind of stuff. It really gives me the feeling that we get to know each other. I tell you, of course, about my life and all the things I do, I experience. I try not to make it too much emotional all the time, because it's supposed to be a happy podcast. So I wish you all the health. Everybody who's struggling with the weather, with the with the dark days, I can relate to that. I've always struggled, but it gets better. Your body gets used to the lesser daylight, and yeah, we'll get through it. We get through it by knitting and crafting and looking at the lovely colors and watching the podcasts of each other, watching the lovely comments you're gonna leave for me. So I wish you all the best. I'll see you soon. If there's any problem, if you have got any questions, please leave a comment. I try to fix it. I hope you like the setting. I hope the camera works alright. Happy crafting. See you in good health next time. Wish you all the best. Love from me, from this place here in Holland. So bye bye to the rest of the world.